Again, Mike.
Yeah, great to see you, Mike.
It's been it's been a long time since you started in Chicago
That's right.
on Belmont Avenue, close to Wrigley Field, which we all know is the home of the 2016 World Champion Chicago Cubs. Mike started the Success Club in Chicago.
That's right. Actually, it began on Michigan Avenue in your office, Mike. I mean, if you go back to 1992 for the Chicago chapter. And
it's hard for me to think that far back these days.
Yeah, well, yeah. 92 seems a way back, but a lot closer from the early 80s when I first started working with you. So it's great to be on your podcast, Mike.
Okay, down to business, Mike. You've created a number of entrepreneurial ventures, and does that keep you up at night, not sleeping? That you have to be creative all the time?
Well, sometimes I get excited by my ideas, but I'm a creative thinker, so I like thinking of ideas. Not all ideas come to fruition, but that's part of the fun.
Right.
And it's a bit of a risk because sometimes you do something that doesn't work, and then sometimes you get a big hit. And so right now I think I'm on the big hit.
I can relate to that. Before I started Sungloss Marble and my property buildings, I was selling peanuts from one tavern to one restaurant to another while I was in school, night school. So I'll never forget that because the nut maker actually went out of business.
Oh, no.
So I got slapped on my butt and had to start all over again with something else. How about you? Have you had similar experiences?
Well, as a kid, to sell membership, make membership credit for the YMCA, we sold candy. And my mom, and I was probably only 10, 11, 12, dropped me off at bars. I would go inside and sell candy to drunk people. So they'd take something home to the wife to make the excuse, whatever. And then I stood outside of where Chicago's got these subways that come up. Now, I haven't been back to Chicago for 20 years, but I imagine the L's still have the sub where you take the stairs, the escalators. And as they would come up as a kid, I would sell candy. Particularly on Fridays, I would sell out because people would get paid. And so I was the highest seller of candy and fundraisers all the time. You know?
Good, and that's measurable.
Yeah.
And measurability is a big thing about entrepreneurship. You got to keep track week to week, month to month, quarter by quarter, and annually. You know what results you're getting and how you're getting those results, and how big your database is growing. One big mistake we've made in the business I own now, which has been around for 25 years, is our database has grown to 9,000, but we lost track of that first 3,000 or 4,000, where we've got to reintroduce ourselves. Actually, right now, as we speak, hiring somebody to clean up that database, to get the new phone numbers and names, and to restart, to refurbish that database.
So is that a pitch to get somebody hired?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Come on in.
No, it's really important. You gotta keep pumping, pump and get prospects into suspects, and then generate those leads to where they turn into sales. Yeah. So I've taken a new approach on this. Instead of selling, I'm just doing telling.
Yeah.
If they've got the interest and the curiosity, we can have a one-on-one conversation like this, and then sell them.
The other thing I can share with budding entrepreneurs is that keep your best customers and do your best to get them to write or do video or at least somehow communicate that you are a great person and a great company. Testimonials. Really a big issue with the growth of a company.
But you do good in your testimonials. I've checked your materials out. No, that's really good.
Yeah.
So why I think it's really great to be on Mike's the Pavilon podcast is Mike's been a leading advocate for entrepreneurs and going back forever. In fact, I got my start working with Mike right out of college. Actually, I was still in college. So hard to believe how long ago that was, but what an interesting period of time. And then I was out in California, came back for a while, we did some stuff, and worked in the quality circles area and did some consulting work. So it's been fun, just an adventure, trying different things all the time. From the Success Club and doing motivation, from Tony Robbins and working with him and all the other people. I think it's such a great opportunity right now. If you've been thinking about creating a side income or starting a home business, this is the best time to do it. It's so easy to do it with the technology if you just are able to manage it and stay on top of it. It's because think about it, in the old days, without the internet, when I had to do seminar promotion, unless I used traditional media like radio and TV or newspaper ads, there was no way to do it. Direct mail was one way, perhaps.
Sure.
But now you can send out an email, and you can do Facebook posts. You can a lot of ways to get attention.
Right. Whether it's postcards or Facebook posts or emails,
or tweets from
it's
our
all
president.
about creating relationships. It's all about creating relationships, setting priorities among those relationships, and then keeping at it and persevere. And using good time management. When you're at home all the time doing a home business, you can lose track of good time management.
That's true.
Because the phone rings elsewhere, or you got something cooking, or one of the kids runs in, and you could lose track of your time management.
That's true.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time, by the way?
That's as much time as you got, Mike.
Oh, okay. Well, so I guess you brought me on because you want me to talk about the 234 plan is the latest.
Excellent.
Yeah. So this is a new business model, and I call it money math because I was doing some calculations, and based on the influence of my wife, actually, Anju, she's been very successful in her way. She's a scientist, in the way that she constructs things, and so she works a salary type job, but pays pretty well. And so I thought, well, if it was a way to double that without, so there's something about working hard versus having something where the job is hard. Like, I like to work hard, but if it's something that's really hard to do, that's a different matter. So things who are technically minded, people don't want to go through the effort of setting up, websites and figuring out autoresponders and doing that kind of stuff. You want to have something that's pretty much a business in a box. It's done for you. So that's one element. And the other side is that most people might be struggling, or they're looking for, where they're going to create a passive income down the road, looking at retirement perhaps. And so what could they do that could generate income that wouldn't be taxing? So it wouldn't be hard work, but they could still work hard to make the money.
Yeah. And this is your 234 plan?
Yeah, so the mathematical formula for 234. So I could go through the 2, the 3, and the 4, but the basic concept is, if you want to turn this around for a home business, is to make, as a baseline, $234,000 a year, which for the average person would be a sizable income compared to what you might hope to get as a salary.
Yeah.
So this would be generated by doing one, instead of a sale. I don't like sales because people kind of cringe when we do sales. It's not sales. It's, instead of selling, we're telling. But if we look at a sign-up, do one sign-up a week, the math would be $234,000. That would be your net. Because you could do more than that.
Yeah.
And if you did half of that, you're doing really good. So we're talking about an investment. So here's the money math. It's 5, 4, 3, 2. One-time investment. That's all it is. Compare that to a franchise, Mike. We're paying tens of thousands of dollars to really still work for somebody else, even though it's a franchise and you have the rights to use the name.
Yeah.
Here you have the rights to use the name because you're licensed, but you're not paying any other fees. But it is based on an affiliate model. So it's 84% of that sale is a commission. Now the rest of that money is being regenerated into promoting the 234 plan as a concept. But you're getting 84% of that sale. So you're roughly making about $4,500 a week if you're doing that one sign up a week. $4,500 per sale is much higher than what you'd see typically for doing an Amazon affiliate account.
Is that all businesses, products, services, whatever you might be doing from your home? This is specifically for a home-based business?
Yeah, it could be a side income. So some people have asked me about, like, hey, I have a regular job, could I still do this? So let's look at the percentages again. So if you're really not a great teller, communication impediment. Let's say I talk to 10 people. Well, I know myself, my closing ratio would easily be 1 out of 2. But for the average person, let's say they're just telling about it to the point where you have a conversation about the 234 plan. And this is really about having a plan for your life to achieve goals. But the other side of the equation is, I would like to have a plan to make $234,000 a year. Tell me about it. So if you're really bad at telling someone about it, at least 1 out of 10 is going to say, hey, you really suck at telling what that is, but I get the concept. I want to do it. And they'll sign up. So the goal is to get at least 10 qualified prospects a week, and you're going to do great with this. Because the plan is, I've never seen anything like it, Mike. That's what got.
And how long has this been around, Mike? 234 plan?
About 2, 3, 4 months. It's been out of the box.
Okay. So it's a brand new thing.
Brand new thing.
Okay.
I've been playing with it just before our summer trip when we went to Europe. And I did some videos in Paris. And it was really great talking about the 234 plan. So it's just getting out of the box, you could say, into the new decade. This is going to be the thing, Mike.
Who would somebody call if they wanted to get involved with the 234 plan?
Oh, great. Yeah, just go to 234plan.com. Now you do need to have a referrer, or we call it an affluent. So an affluent is an upscale affluent because we're talking about creating an affluent market here. To think out of the box and not think about making $2 a sale off of an ebook or something like that. We're talking about big money here, big ticket.
Yeah.
So go to 234plan.com and learn more. And there is a rotator there. So
Now, is that the number 234 or is that the words?
No, it's
the number 2, the number 3, the number 4, plan.com. PLAN.com.
That's right. Thanks, Mike, for clarifying
that's right.
that. Yeah,
And then what's this? You have to have an affluent reference, meaning somebody who has some capital?
No, it has to be someone like you're hearing it from me or you're referring it to somebody.
I see.
Yeah, so you're just finding it on the internet by chance, unless you have a referrer. There's no way for you to sign up for the plan.
Okay.
And why we do that is because we feel the coaching part is really important. So if you don't know my background, my nickname, Mike Rich, I'm called the Get Rich Coach because I work with coaches because coaches have to have new clients ongoing.
Yeah.
So at the same time as most coaches are not making that much money. And so it says that you're representing a coaching model, helping other people become successful, but you're not successful yourself. We got to change that.
Yeah.
And then the number one thing the clients go to coaches for is to help make more money. So the 234 plan really ducks beautifully into this concept of helping you become more successful in your business. And then, Mike, you can help other people become successful.
And all this is spelled out in 234plan.com.
That's right.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah,
and now, is there a registration sheet on that website?
Yeah, so how it works, you can go and check it out. And the invitation is for you to watch a webinar that explains it more. You can learn a lot from just the website itself, but I encourage you to sign up for the webinar. We ask you for your email, that's about it. At that point, when you watch the webinar, you can make a decision whether you'd like to learn more, talk personally with me or the affluent that you've been referred to, and we'll help you get started. It's a one-on-one thing. It's not like something you sign up for on the internet and you never talk to anybody. Nobody's there to ever help you. This is a one-on-one process to you really get situated. So number one, you're really clear on your goals. This is what you really want to have in your life, help you determine what that is, and we help you get started with this. So it's really hand-holding to the point where you get it, and then you don't have to worry about it. And Mike, there's one other thing I want to add. So let's say you're an affluent, you come on board with this. So I help you get set up, and I help you with your first sign-up. Now, a lot of home business concepts use this, MLMs do this, network marketing. This is not network marketing. This is not traditional affiliate marketing. It's not IM internet marketing. It's something a little bit different. It's a hybrid. But the one-up principle has been pretty much used through the ages, where if I help you with that first sale because I'm invested in you and I want to make sure that I'm obligated for that, I get that first sale. I'm going to help you, show you how to do it. And you're going to drive the traffic and the interest to the offer. So you're learning how to do that and how it's done.
What do you mean you get it? You get the
I help you make
revenue
your
from
first
that.
sale.
You get the revenue from that first sale.
Yeah.
So that's the only payment.
That's the only payment. Yeah, outside of the initial sign-up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's different.
That's different. Now let me say this other thing too, because number one, I love the concept, but of course I never want to make any promises or guarantees of something. You're going to have to work it because it's not like, I buy the plan, I'm going to make all this money. You're going to have to go out there and drive traffic. So you got to look at that. How are you going to get the word out is the question. But we offer training on how to do that. And of course, there are vendors out there and suppliers that'll send you all the traffic you need. It's qualified traffic, or you can buy ads on Facebook or do that. You're going to have to put a little bit of money to invest in the business to get the word out. I'm just saying that up front because it's not like you could do it. Honestly, you could just drive traffic if you know how to do it yourself. And if you already have the experience, you won't have any problem with it. But otherwise, you got to maybe put ads on Craigslist, which you could do for free, or other classified sites, or Facebook posts, social media. Yeah. But otherwise, you're going to look at having to invest in any business. How are you going to get the word out? Some advertising.
Okay, and once again, this is all explained further at 234, the number 234plan.com.
That's right, 234plan.
All right. So very good, Mike.
Hey, Mike, thanks for having me on your podcast, the Pavilon podcast.
Tune in again to Mike's podcasts anywhere on YouTube.